All right, it's an image that has stuck with me, and maybe some of you are emailing me a bit too obsessed about it. Probably I am, because we're seeing a lot of these protesters not too keen about a President-elect Trump. That's their right. They don't have to be keen about it. But on Veterans Day of all days, a lot of them are ripping up, tearing up American flags. You see that one back there? That kind of gets my goat, especially when I have great guests like this, Jack Keane, who served this country so honorably, retired 4-star general, former Vice Chief of Staff, U.S. Army. No matter how many times I've had him on and tried to veer him into politics, he's a good man. He won't have any of it, and he's much smarter than me. He'll just bounce off of it. But, General, I got to tell you, and it's happy Veterans Day to you, and a great honor to have you and every veteran what they did. When I see something like this, General, it almost makes a mockery of it. And I know those who protest and those who gave their lives so that they could are probably okay with it. But does it stick at your craw on any level?
Yeah, sure. I mean, they have a right to do it, and we'll always say that. But I do, as an individual, think it's despicable to dishonor that flag and what it stands for, and so ungrateful. You know, we're so blessed by virtue of our parents or someone bringing us to this country that the opportunities that are here are boundless and enormous. And we're in a land that protects the rights of individuals and liberty. It's a wonderful thing. They have a right to do it, but I don't like it.
You know, obviously a lot of them are exercising their right not to like the consequences of the U.S. presidential election. Their candidate didn't win. The guy they dislike did. And this is how they're exercising it. I'm just wondering what signal, though, this sends the world if the perception is, and this is more the exception than the rule by far, if the view of the world is America's upside down.
Well, I think we'd be making too much out of it. This is a very small part of the population, and the age group is pretty young and doing it. They look like most of them are in fact college students. I don't think it'll last all that long. This is something they're interested at the moment. They'll be on to something else a little bit later. I don't want to undercut the fact that they don't have strong feelings about it. It's good that they have strong feelings. It's also pretty sad that they don't respect a constitutional democracy that we happen to have here, and the people have spoken. This is not the controversy of the 2000 election. This election was clear.
Yeah.
The people spoke. This is their will. And let's get on with trying to support a president from the people's perspective and also from elected officials so that this president can be successful regardless of who you thought should be president.
You know, well, the one thing we've seen is President Obama handled this very gracefully. I thought so did Hillary Clinton, especially Hillary Clinton, and that had to be a tough loss. Should they be compelled, or anyone else, to come out and either calm this or set some of these protesters right or remind them of that? What?
Well, I think always leadership is needed to help communicate to people, for sure. And I think if this continues, it's likely the responsible leaders on the Democratic side would come forward and make some statements about it. Yeah, I think you put your finger on something that's needed. Whether it happens now or a little bit later, we'll see.
Does this sort of stuff, we've certainly seen lots of protests for presidents in office, and we saw obviously the controversies around the 2000 election for incoming President Bush at that time. But if this drags on, do you think it could compromise Donald Trump as a commander-in-chief, whether this is something that he has to deal with when he takes office?
No, I don't think so at all. There is so much to be done in this country, and he's got a mind to get on with doing it. He's got a Congress that's going to support him in that effort. There are enormous challenges out there, and I suspect these elected officials and the appointed officials who are going to be a part of this government, their plate is going to be so full. And I think the American people in time, after decisions start to be made, while I can't speak for what those decisions may be, I got a sixth sense that they'll probably have some confidence that we're probably moving in a better direction.
Well, we hope and we will see. Jack Keane, thank you very much for your service to this country, for your friendship. Be well.
Thank you, Neil. You got me pretty close to politics on this one.
I did, but it didn't work again. But next time, I'm going to get you when you're real tired. General, thank you. We'll have more after this.